than those who cared for the home. So advantages are these things. There the staff will be very trained. They are supervise the kids every moment, and the care is still available when the staff is absent also. And the children there, it is the center based, not the learner based. It is the center based who can demonstrate slightly better than the care for the home, possibly because they have more opportunities to interact with the child and or exposed to more learning materials. And what are the limitations of this gender based care? The cost is higher than from other types of care. The background of the staff is very greatly, and there is often great staff turnover. And not only that, there is a greater likelihood of exposures to communicable illness. According to the seasons, there will be you will be having the seasonal illnesses to this child now. So even we can educate the parents regarding this also. These are the limitations. Now we have gone through the advantages of center based care and limitation. Next we will see what are the advantages of family child care. There are usually fewer children than in the center based care. There may be children of different ages. The child gets to stay in home like environment. These are the advantages. I'm repeating again. Advantages of family child care. There is usually fewer children than the center based care. There may be children of different ages, and even the child gets to stay in a home like environment. These are the advantages. When it comes to the limitations, many family child care providers are not professional, and there the resources and equipments are wider one. And family child care provides normally work alone, which may take it more difficult to judge their work. These are the limitations. So we have gone through the center based care and child care. Now we will see what are the advantages of home caregivers. There the children receives individual care. The children may be safer and feel more secure in their own home. Parents may feel they have control over the type of care there the children receives, and there is a possibility of more flexible scheduling. The care will be usually available if the child is ill. These are the advantages of home caregivers. These are the advantages where the child will be receiving the individual care, and they will feel safe when it comes compared to the home, and it will be child centered. There they will be having flexible timings. And not only that, when the child is ill, the care will be taken more, as they will be having more equipment than they'll be having at home. These are the advantages of home caregivers. When it comes to the limitation, it is often the most expensive type of care. And not only that, the parent may bear the burden of obtaining background checks and the providing. So these are the limitations. So these are different types of daycare centers, where we have seen the advantages, where we have seen the limitations. So we have seen what is meant by center based care, advantages and limitations. Next we have seen what is the family child care, advantages and limitations, and we have seen what are the advantages of caregiver, limitations and advantages. So these are the different of daycare centers. Next, as our final intention, our final goal is holistic development of the kid. So at each level, we will be following different approaches, so that it will be going to one level to the another level. As everyone knows, this early childhood education daycare center demand is increasing by every day by day. as the even in the remote areas also. But unfortunately, most of the institution cannot understanding the significance of this. And not only that, according to the needs, it has to be changed. These things we have gone through different types of daycare centers. So when we will see this, next thing we'll see what are the rules and regulations for starting the early childhood education and daycare center. Child care is no longer limited to the family, and the need for the institutional child care is increasing day by day. We have already studied the social economic factors that are responsible for this change. So these are the these are the things we have to consider before framing our rules and regulations for starting the daycare. Then we will see physical structure and facilities. Then we will see physical structure and facilities. Early childhood education is a play and activity based program for which we can essentially require is adequate space both indoor and the outdoor. Adequate space should implement not only sufficient space for the free movement, but also appropriate in terms of safety, sanitation, light, and ventilation. So, these are the physical structure it has to be maintained for this daycare. And it may be suggested that situations where early childhood center itself may not have necessary facilities, it may explore the possibility of availing the facilities. And not only that, the quality of environment also strengthens the interaction between the adults and the children. However, the mere presence of physical infrastructure does not ensure the quality of the program. And when we'll see about the location before planning this daycare, the building location should be located at the site where it is safe. The child should feel safe and easily accessible to the children. If the children have to work, it should be within half to 1 kilometer's radius of locality. The preschool should be located on the ground floor. It should be safe from dangerous things like heavy traffic, ponds, pollution, etc. So when it comes to the location, it has to be taken care. And the preschool may be close and adjacent to the primary school. The preschool may be located away from the distracting noise of traffic. Immediate surrounding have plenty of natural resources which are used as adequate material. So when we are seeing about the rules and regulations of this daycare, when it comes to the first subtopic, we are dealing with the physical structure. In that physical structure, we are seeing the location. In that, where it should be, how the building should be, how we have to plan for the physical structure. These are the instructions we have to take care. And not only that, the building plan should be conformed strictly to the laws of sanitation, hygiene, ventilation, and it should have proper lighting. It should have fresh air. The building should fulfill the minimum requirements of classroom so that they can plan and they can go for washrooms. Even child must be at least square meters of floor area. It has to be considered. These things has to be considered. Then when it comes to the rooms should be in the rectangular way, so that when we conduct any activities, the child can move from one place to another. So before starting, as they are in the primary level, daycare center, so they are to the primary level. They don't know even the colors. The primary colors such as red, blue, yellow can be used to challenge the children imagination and aid not over stimulation. This is not a stimulation age. And the rooms for indoor play should be large enough for the children to live and work together freely without having any obstacles. They should have the proper space to move from here to They should be given flexible timings so that they can interact properly with the other kids. The room should be in that way. They can move from one place to another. And not only that, the amount of the space should be adequate in relation to the number of children to move about freely 1 square meter per children. So, so we are dealing and we are discussing about the physical structure, how it should be, care center, how it should be. And that two subtopics, we are dealing with the first thing, location, how to select the location for the preschool. We have we have completed that topic. It should be where it is near, it should be safe, it should be the accessible to the all side of community people, the transport should be available, all these things. When it comes to the room, how it will be, we have deal, it should be in the rectangular manner, it should be more workspace where the child can move from one place to another. When it comes to the wall space should be functional and should promote the activities. Arrangement of windows and doors should allow lot space for the bulletin boards for attaching things to pull on, and for the boards, the walls should be coated with the suitable washable material to prevent this noise. And shifting walls for the wide variety of activities and better use of space. So, wall space should be, it is going to, as we are going to paste the different colors so that it should get some impact, and to they the kid should be able to recognize. The wall should be in that way. We should not use bright colors. This is about walls. When it comes to the floors, especially that of dining hall, should be such that can be cleaned easily, that can be maintained in the sanitary condition. They should help to absorb the sound and be situated to the hardware. Since many child activities are conducted on the floor, it is necessary that the freedom is ensured to the each kid. This is about floors, how the floor should be. When it comes to the windows and the doors and windows are important, uh, play important role in the learning environment of the child. So it should be considered carefully, and windows should be low enough to enable the children to look out, and should be fitted with the shades blinds. They should be easily operated, and all doors should be light in the weight so that the children can handle them easily. And the heads of the door knobs should be within easy reach of the children, and of the type can be readily turned without being hurted. So that has to be taken care when it comes to the windows and the doors. So now we have completed what, regarding the location, regarding the rooms, regarding the floors, regarding the windows and the doors. These are different things we have to consider before taking care of the physical structures. Next one is play area. How play area should be. A minimum of 15 to 15 into 20 square feet of play space may be provided for a group of 30 children. And the play should be ensure the safety of the children to prevent the children from running out and getting hurt. And slopes and step leading to the small sections ought to be slightly higher level than the rest one. And the provision for variety of activities, right, running, jumping, climbing, gardening may be made. So this is a play space outdoor area, how we have to maintain. These are the things. And not only that, the balance between the sunny and the shady areas should be ensured. There may be storage space for keeping the equipment for activity play near to this play area. A lot of flowers and shrubs may be placed along the boundaries to make the place look colorful and attractive. A tree to hang swings may be useful. So this is about playway indoor thing, sorry, outdoor thing. Outdoor, where we have to keep our playway activities and all those. When it comes to the indoors, A minimum indoor space 5 into 7, that is 35 square meters for a group of 30 children should be provided. Every preschool, in addition to the classroom, should have a strong space, uh, veranda and cooking facilities separately, and room should be well ventilated and have adequate light. Wall should be clean and it should be keep we have to keep it in a proper way. That means it has to be maintained cleanly. They should have ample space for display of children activities, that is pictorial materials at children eye level, and provision of blackboard at low level, and free drawing by the children should be provided. So place place space for the outdoor activities and place space for indoor activities. These are the things, and some precautions we have to maintain for all these outdoor and indoor activities. And these are about the physical structure. When it comes to the facility, we have to provide proper facility for drinking water, the facility for pure drinking. Provision should be made for washing the glasses and tumblers after the use. That is regarding the drinking water. When it comes to the sanitation, a clean Indian type toilet friendly should be provided. That is our traditional toilet should be provided with proper water facilities. Soap and towel should be provided. Garbage bin should be provided. And bathroom features and sinks may be provided at a lower level. As these are the smaller kids, it has to be provided at the lower level. Exhaust fans may be installed in the bathroom windows. Things at the low level may be installed in the classroom. These regarding the water and the sanitation. When it comes to the sleeping facility, it is essential to provide some period of rest during the day's program. If the duration of the preschool is long, arrangement has to be maintained for sleeping. A clean mat should be provided for this. Folding cots, mattresses with sheets and pillows may be provided. This is about sleeping facility. When it comes to the storage of space, the storage space should be provided for storing materials like paper, crayons, teaching aids, etc. Each child may be provided a locker and small shelf for the personal use. These may be at height within the easy reach of the child. Separate storerooms may be provided for storage of materials and foodstuff. So first we have seen the physical structure, how where the location should be, how the building and rooms should be, okay, and how we have to maintain the walls. Then playway, outdoor one and indoor one, we have gone through. Then that there we have completed the physical structure. Now next we have dealt with the facilities, water facility, that is sleeping facility and sanitation facility, and where we have to keep their storage things. Next, we'll see what are the equipments and the material which we have to provide. This is early childhood daycare kids. A child in the early childhood stage learns essentially through interaction only. So a child needs a stimulation environment which make them uh, to uh, stimulate their uh, cognitive skills and all those things. On the other hand, keeping in mind, it has been suggested to follow certain things. The material is uh, it has to be um, safe to the kids. So whatever outdoor equipments and whatever indoor equipments or whatever things we are using for the kids, it has to maintain properly. While selecting the things only, uh, consider all these things. When it comes to the indoor equipment material, like in order to differentiate different shapes, like rectangular pieces we can use, rectangular blocks we can use, square blocks, bridges, electrical curves, small cylinders. So in order to make them to differentiate different things, we can use different sort of uh, equipments which will make them to differentiate different shapes. And not only that, we have to use some language skills. So listening skill first, listening skill. So in order to make them to uh, acquire the listening skill, we have to do storytelling activities by taking the pictures, puppets, story cards, sound boxes. So in this way we can make them to listen and be attempt to whatever we want to show them. The next step is vocabulary. When it comes to vocabulary building, verbal expression will be there. When we are doing this verbal expression, we have to con- uh, we have to interact with the kid through charts, pictures, flashcards, and all those things. That is the second step. Then next step is readiness, making them to readiness to the reading. First, we have completed listening through storytelling. Next, vocabulary through verbal expression. The next, reading, make them to readiness to the reading through pictures, charts, then the writing. When it comes to the writing, we have to use the chalks and the slates. Okay, these are the language skills. When it comes to the cognitive skills, we need sensory development there. Where they can do the visual discrimination cards, we can use discrimination cards, touch cards, and all those things. So according to the skill, we have to use the material. Before only, we have to divide that into primary level, secondary level, and tertiary level. So according to the levels, whatever materials we have to select, we have to select that material and we have to do the activity. So at the end, that skill has to acquired. So first, suppose we have taken the listening skill. There, that equipment, that material has to be taken. To that level, what has to be achieved? We have to, through our activity, through our observing the kid, we will come to know whether that skill is acquired to the kid or not. If not, we have to repeat that. Then we have to go to the other level. In that way, we have to be. These people are very small kids now. At the time, they can't acquire the different skill, whatever we want to achieve as a goal. So, and not only that, as cognitive material should be include the material of all concepts such as color, shape, space, free number concepts, and concepts related to the social, physical, and biological environment. These are the things. These are the way we have to select the materials when we want to make them to do the activity. And not only that, first aid kit should be maintained. The first aid is a provision of initial care for the illness or injury. It is usually performed by the non-expert person to sick or injured person until appropriate medical treatment can be given in the hospital. Certain self-limiting illness, minor injuries may not require further medical care after the first aid intervention. An individual can be trained to perform with minimal equipment, and the minimum items should be present in the first aid kit like bandages, plasters, sterilized surgical cotton wool, thermometer, scissors, and antiseptic oint, and all those things. So these are the first material when we want to do the activities. When it comes to the audio visual equipments, the teaching aids facilitates the learning of children in various way, and the teachers use the different teaching aids to make their children to listen attentively and interestingly. The traditional teaching aids involves the usage of blackboards, charts, textbooks. However, as the technology grows, the teaching aids have improved a lot, and today's teaching aids are classified into audio, visual, and audio-visual aids. By presenting the information using the teaching aids, educators can simplify the complex ideas and make them more tangible and relatable to children. So now nowadays, according to the need of this child, we are using different types of teaching aids. Maybe that is audio, visual, and audio with the visual aids. So let us look at the different types of teaching aids. First, we will see the audio aids. These audio aids help a lot in learning the languages where the communication and listening are important. Auditory learning makes the children develop their listening skills. There are some ways where we can listen to the audio, such as tape recorders and radios. This is about audio aids. When it comes to the visual aid includes the teaching by means of visuals to improve the clarity by seeing the pictures, flashcards, blackboard, textbooks, charts, and the maps, models, graphs, charts, projectors, and diagrams. Visual aids. So, audio aids is nothing but tape recorders and radio we have seen, and visual aids, that is blackboard, textbook, and charts and everything. When it comes to the audio visual aids, video, TV, cinema, films, doctor sets, picture boards, and visual discrimination should be there. So these are the materials, these are the things we have to maintain if you want to acquire certain skills in this preschool students through this like different teaching aids like audio, audio visual, and all those things. So, and even we have to maintain the safety regarding this. Play space should ensure the safety for children to prevent the children from running out, and door should be light in weight. There should be guard for all this window, and materials that has harmed the children like tools, matchbacks should be stored in areas accessible to the inaccessible to the children, not accessible, inaccessible to the children. And no toxic color paint should be used. The equipment should be placed so as to avoid the danger of the accident, and equipment should not be sharp, and maintenance of these outdoor things should be there. Play material should not have any loose parts where the children may swallow by mistake. Any arrangement made by the preschool for transferring should be safe, comfortable, and convenient. It has to be taken care. So what we have seen before, we have seen about the physical structure, then we had seen what are the facilities, then we had seen what are the different skills that kid has to acquire at that level. Then we have seen what are the materials or what are the equipment we have to keep it in mind before starting the daycare activities, and we have seen the precautions. These are all the things which we have to consider before starting the daycare regarding the physical structure, regarding the facilities, and regarding the activities, regarding the teaching aids, and regarding the precautions what we have to take care. So before planning this pre-take care, these things has to be considered. When it comes to the preschool staff, every child education provides a foundation for the later development of the child, and teachers plays a vital role in this. So the teaching should be satisfied regarding the profession, but sometimes it may be challenging as well. And whether you are evaluating the potential preschool of your children or considering a career in teaching, it is to be important to be aware of important qualities that make an outstanding teacher in the preschool. These are the preschool kids. So preschool staff is different from the other educators. They should feel like a mother. So uh, This preschool staff should have some important qualities. What are that qualities? They should be patient. A good preschool teacher should have the patience of, should have proper patience. The teachers has to work within the children at their own pace, as each child is different, own phase as each child is different. And not only that, good and engaging personality. A great teacher is a kind, gentle, and has a good personality. They should engage the children with their teaching styles and hold their attention in all discussions. The children are attracted towards the teacher with a decent and likable personality, so it has to be taken care. So the teacher should be patient, and the teacher should have a great personality, like a mother should be kind and gentle and has a good personality to can, which with the good teaching styles. And next is energetic. The preschool teacher should bring some life to their classroom by engaging their children in interesting activity. They should create an atmosphere where the children should feel active and should involve in that by interacting with the other kids. So the preschool staff should be very energetic. And not only that, they have to have proper knowledge and they have to update themselves. Teachers need through thorough knowledge there and in-depth understanding of the subjects they are preaching, and should remain updated with all the latest developments, so that they can complete the knowledge of topics being taught. And it is important to capture the attention and participation of the children. These are the things. They should be patient, they should have good personality, their staff should be very energetic, and they have to have a thorough knowledge, and they have to update themselves. When it comes to the flexibility, the teacher should be prepared for any change in the classroom or the course, and they have to adapt according to the situation, and they should be ready to handle any type of question posed by the child and address difficult situation. The teacher should be in that way. When it comes to she should be a good listener, good communicator, as the children will not be interested in the class if they feel that the teacher is not listening to them. Apart from being a good listener, a great teacher is also a good communicator. So the preschool teacher should be a good listener and good communicator. And when it comes, so these are the primary qualities of the preschool staff, that is having a patience, having should be energetic, should have thorough knowledge. She has to update herself. She should be flexible. She should be a good listener. She should be a good communicator. Then next, when it comes to, she has to organize the things in a proper way. As teachers has to accomplish many things, like she has to organize the classroom, covering the vast curriculum and bulletin boards. They should remain organized with their teaching materials and the aids. She has to organize the things properly. It has to be taken care. And not only that, the teacher should be a high level of maturity when dealing with the students, the problems, and managing any type of situation. The teacher should handle the each situation which she is overcoming. Uh, Students can learn, which she is overcome everyday activities, through everyday activities. And students should learn something from that. And she should have a passion of teaching. A good preschool teacher should be a passionate about teaching and love to work. Then only she can make the child to learn something. If not, it is not possible. She should feel it as passionate. The teacher should develop a good ramp with the kids, good communication with the kids. And not only that, she should feel more confident. When she feels it as more confident, then only he can face even the difficult situation. Then only there is ability to learn and change and be prepared to answer any question. They should remember that they have ability to change the lives of their children. So I mean to say that If she is having a passion of teaching and children, then only she can organize the things, then only she can influence the kids, I mean to say that. And not on that, she should be very confident, she should be very innovative. The teacher should be innovative and able to think on their own when facing any challenges. They should teach an innovative manner so they can engage all the children into the classroom activities. So she has to have a thorough knowledge. She has to when she updates herself, then only she can be very innovative, courageous. The teacher should be bold in their approach and should be able to take the risk in their teaching styles. They should not be afraid to be different and organize unconventional classrooms, discussions, and group activities. She should be like a leader. The teacher should display their leadership qualities to influence the child, and she should be able to motivate and encourage the children. So these are the preschool staff qualities: having a good patience, passionate regarding the working with the kids, confident, updating herself in order to be innovative, courageous to facing the different challenges by the small kids, and and not only that, it should display her teaching method should display his or her leadership qualities. It has to be like that when it comes to the preschool staff. And no, when it comes to, so these are the qualities we have seen. When it comes to the classroom environment, the preschool teacher should keep their teaching styles lively, lively, and she has to try to bring the new and fresh teaching methods to the according to the topic by showing different fake pictures and all those things. These are the things. So now we have under the rules and regulation unit, we have seen what are the physical structure, what are the facilities, and what are the teaching aids. To the teaching aids, what are the equipment and materials we have to plan, how it has to be organized, what are the precautions to be taken, these things. And not only that, play space of outdoor and indoor, and these things we have gone through. And not only that, how the preschool staff should be, these things also we have seen. What are the good quality of preschool teacher also we have seen. So that is regarding the rules and regulations. Regarding the skills we have seen, when it comes to the records and registers. And not only that, I want to give you one assignment. So compare your answers. So regarding the language skill, what are the teaching aids you'll be planning? That one you write. Regarding the cognitive skills, what are the teaching aids and materials you want to use? That you can use. You can have to write. So if you want to acquire the language skill, what is the teaching material? If you want to acquire the cognitive skill, what is the teaching material? If you want to do the role play, what are the materials you want to use? So if you want to do craft activity, what are the things you want to use? So four, I'm giving it as your assignment: for the language skill, for the cognitive skill, for the role play, for the craft activity. So these four activities, what are the teaching aids, what are the teaching materials you are going to use in the classroom environment, make a list of that. That is your assignment. And so this is the physical structure and facilities. When it comes to the records and register, for efficient management, there is a need for maintaining the systematic records and register. They should, however, be simple in font to facilitate their maintenance by the teacher workers who may not be having the adequate skill for the job. And also the filling of records. And register should not be so cumbersome as to do done at the cost of the actual implementation of the program. So, what are the records which are included in this? When in daycare, preschool, preschool daycare institution, admission records, register forms, that is ad- registration forms, personal data has to be maintained along with the Aadhaar card and moles and everything like that. They'll be having one format. Detailed background of information of the child progress record has to be maintained. As nowadays we are following the CCE pattern, holistic CCE, continuous comprehensive evaluation. The child, whatever progression is there, it has to be noted according to the physical level. There is a change in height or growth or not, that has to be checked. That checked one has to be maintained in one record, that we call it as child progress record. Don't concentrate, we are not supposed to concentrate only on the academics. Even we need the physical development of the kid, even we need emotional development. That only we are calling it as holistic na. It has to be maintained in one record. And whatever activity we are doing, whatever things we are displaying, it has to be maintained somewhere na. That is the children's work. And even the teacher has to maintain the teacher's observation record. So these are the records. When it comes to the record, admission records, registration forms, personal data maintaining register, that is record, background related, child progress records, children's work, teachers observation. These records has to be maintained. When it comes to the registers, attendance, account register, stock register, and staff profile, this has to be maintained. So these are the records and registers. I'm repeating it again. So for efficient management, we have to do it in the proper way. The records and registers has to be maintained in the proper way. When it comes to the records, we have to maintain admission records, registration form record, personal data record, background related information record, child progression record, child work record, teachers observation record. When it comes to the register, attendance register regarding the staff and the children, account register, stock register, and the staff profile. These things has to be. So we have seen uh, regarding the physical structure facilities. Under that, we have seen different subtopics. Then we have seen what are the different equipments or teaching aids. Then we have seen what are the precautions we have to maintain. Then regarding the play space area also we have seen. So that is a physical structure and facilities. That is the first subtopic. Then second subtopics under that we have seen what are the records and registers to be maintained. That we have seen. So today we have seen two things: physical activity related, physical structure related, physical structure and facility related one, and second is regarding the records and registers. So these are the things we have seen. And this is the primary things we have to take care before starting that. Then after starting the activities, we have to make the child to go readiness to reading. School readiness is a first of national education goals and includes the objectives that all children will have access to high quality preschool programs to help to prepare them for the next level of schooling. The goals also acknowledge the value of parental participation in promoting the social, emotional, and academic growth of children. The vital task for parents lies in the careful selection of preschool to ensure that the programs gives your child the right start. Many different types of agencies around the country operate preschool program in a variety of settings. Some programs are operated by a local school. Some like Head Start and Migrate programs are sponsored by federal agencies, and other are run by non-profit groups like NGOs. And the quality of preschool varies from program to program. As a parent, one have to access how well a preschool program will satisfy the need and preference of the children. When choosing a preschool, it is important to consider the preschool staff as well as preschool physical environment. With the combination of these factors, one can provide the best experience of the child. So these are the things we have to consider. And even I have, so Nana, I have given the homework as uh, for language skill, what are the teaching materials you have to use, and for cognitive skill, what are the teaching materials you have to use, and for this different skills, we have to make a list of that. I have given it as homework. Okay, then we'll have one glass at language skills, cognitive skills, and large muscle development. So this is our topic. So we have seen all these things. That is regarding the physical structures and facilities, regarding the teaching aid, regarding the precautions, regarding the skills, what type of teaching aid we have to use, regarding the records and registers. Then regarding the skills, we'll see. The role of children caretaker is to nurture and care for the children who have not yet entered the formal school system. They also supervise the older children after the school. The child care worker play an important role in children's development by caring for them. When parents are not as they are at work and they are away from other resources, in addition to attending the children's basic needs, the child care workers organize the activities and implements the curriculum that stimulates children's physical, emotional, intellectual, and social growth. She helps the children to explore the individual interest. That is, she means here the preschool educator develops the talents and independence. We have to influence our young minds and mold their ability to learn. To do this, the child caretakers must be have some ethical standards. They should follow some ethics. It is necessary to value the honesty, integrity, and willingness to be a transparent and to be a good example to all the children, treating the people well and thinking the best of others in something to practice. Life often hands us a situation in which we must choose the correct path, not necessarily the easy one. There are particular qualifications, qualities that parents look for in a career taker before deciding where to place the children. So we have to maintain some qualities, then only we can make the parents to come to our daycare center. So these things we should follow some ethics, moral values. The and important attributes of successful childcare worker include care and compassion, commitment, interpersonal skills, and high ethical standard. How takers acts and reacts is going to play important roles in child life. Just liking or loving children is not enough here. The care needs to show compassion and passion for make them to learn. To make use of above mentioned things, one has to understand what skills in this early childhood center should include the like time management, resource management, classroom management to deal with the children. So let us we see these things. That is, what are the skills we needed in order to maintain this preschool or daycare centers. First is time management. When it comes to the time management starts with the commitment to change. Time management is easy as long as we committed to action, and it is going to improve better planning, controlling our environment, understanding ourselves, and identifying what we have to change about our habits, routines, and attitude. So it plays a crucial role in making the daycare to run efficiently and successfully. The key to successful time management is planning and then protecting the planned time. The people who say that they have no time do not play or fail to protect the planned. If we plan what to do and when, then stick to it, we will have enough time. This involves conditioning or reconditioning your environment. For a people who have a demands placed on them by others, the time management requires diplomatically managing the expectations of others. Time management is chiefly about conditioning our environment rather than allowing the environment to condition us. Time management is a conditioning one. It is very easy to do, but it is going to play a key role in the running our daycare center. And and major role here. Here are some practical tips and tools and skills to improve the time management. By simply weekly planning, we can't manage and we can't run the things efficiently. Whatever we have planned, it has to be implemented. Time management mainly depended on planning the activities into the time slots and then protecting the activities from interruption. So things to be considered for the effective time management: being organized by having an organized workplace, by maintaining the appointment calendars, by using the time savers, by keeping the long term each day and weekly things to do list. Plan ahead, schedule it, and see it should happen. Planning is not a fact, it has to be implemented. Whatever we have planned, it has to be happened. Decide how long the task will take before taking a task. If possible, try to combine with other activity. Try to break big task into a smaller one. Prioritize which one has to be do first into as A, B, C ranking system. And before planning it, we have to avoid some things like take short breaks during the work periods. Don't postpone the things till the last minute. Learn to say no if the task is unrealistic. Be flexible. There should be plan for unexpected delay in the schedule. Should not be become panic for the delay. Able to address the task and also should able to speak for help when needed. Have a good vision. Track your time. So these are the these are things comes under the time management. And in order to have a good management, time management, the tips are here. Do now what is urgent, then we that thing, it has to be planned in the first sequence. Okay. And weaker plans will be should be there, like Monday what we have to do in the uh, uh, morning hours, one Monday what we have to do in the afternoon hours. Like if when it take it, Monday as example, morning hour, review the last week reports, departmental meetings, parent meetings, appointment, staff issues, like that. So time management, first thing is uh, we have to take it as a main thing. We have to plan it properly, our time according to the need of the kid. And not only that, when we are considering the time, we have to plan weekly, monthly, and month wise till the end of our that level course, that level year. In that way we have to plan that. Also weekly also we have to divide it into two. that is the morning hours and the afternoon hours.